Today we are saying hello to Durango, Colorado. There's the Strater Hotel. Big and red.
Like the snowflakes that fall on the ground, I should have known that you wouldn't always be around. When the first warm wind came my way, yeah, it carried you right away. Oh, come back to me someday. Snow will come, but not to stay. Why did your love melt away and leave me so cold? Little snowflake, where did you go?
We found Melissa's favorite thing. Old postcards.
Ooh, look at that one. Jeez.
Like the icicles that hang from her ears. I never thought you'd leave, but you did. You left me hanging up there, hanging up in the air. Drippy, droppy goes my bleeding heart. Oh, when we're apart, I got so much on my mind. I just don't know where to start, but you could start by loving again. You could heal my heart, my friend. I will love you till the end.
If I were you, I'd think about climbing on board. You see, this is no ordinary train. This is a magic train. This is the Polar Express. Oh, we got it! Hey, we got it! Hey, we got it!
We're on the train to the North Pole. Don't let those tickets fly out the window. Goodbye, McDonald's.
In a video, you're doing that.
Woohoo!
Thank you for riding the Polar Express. One thing about trains, it doesn't matter where they're going. What matters is deciding to get on.
Majestic.
We're passing through Pagosa Springs, Colorado. As you can see here, from the steam rising, there seems to be a hot spring on the other side of this river here. It's a pretty place. And there are several places, there's one of them, where you can go soak in hot springs. We decided we didn't want to spend money on that and didn't bring swimsuits. Now we're thinking that probably would have been a great thing to do
Yeah,
during such a wintry trip.
so frigid. Would have been nice.
But whatever. And here I am rocking my short sleeves. Because we're just getting out of the car for like 2 seconds. But yeah, nice little town. excited to see them up close. We have arrived in Great Sand Dunes National Park. As the name suggests, the star attraction are big piles of sand. But not just any big piles of sand, they are the biggest in the continent of North America. I believe that this flat part that we're walking across right now is where the creek typically flows in warmer months. I think that's where you see all the pictures of people playing. Of course, this is, like most national parks, this is primarily a summer destination. Play in the hot sand, cool off in the cold water. But for us, it's just walk across the snow and shiver. Good time. Well, we found a sled, which normally wouldn't work on the sand, but since there's snow, we'll give it a whirl. I hope I don't get injured.
I hope you don't get injured either. Either way, I guess we'll find out, won't we?
Cowabunga!
Oh my gosh. You did it!
All right. Oh. It's time to find out how good we are at passing a frisbee. Oh. A little far. Let's see if I can throw it back. Yeah, it was a good throw. Suck. Yeah, we're gonna try a shorter pass. Got it. Climb back up. It's sliding. She made it. Okay. Oh no! Are the dunes feeling big yet, Melissa?
Yep.
It is deceptively hard to walk in this sand. It's really steep and your feet slip backwards as you're trying to go up.
Gee,
Got some sand there.
just a little bit.
Wonder where that came from.
Huh, I wonder.
Whew. We're really getting worn out, aren't we, Melissa?
Yeah.
These dunes are killers.
Yeah.
And we didn't start out with any particular dune in mind. We just kind of went. But our goal now is just to see out beyond this ridge. Hopefully it's a good view. High dune, the one that most people shoot for, is I think like 2 or 3 peaks off to our side here. And that's the direction we came from. So we're getting to that top and calling it good.
Hopefully it's a good view. If not, I'm gonna punch him in the arm.
Okay, the moment of truth. Ah, yes. More dunes. Looks like we can't see that far after all. Oh, dang. Woo!
I would not want to sled down that. Oh man.
This would be amazing if we brought this sled up here, but coming back up would be so bad.
You wouldn't. You'd die down there. Life would be over as we know it. Oh,
Okay, I think we're satisfied with this view.
wow.
I think as we were approaching the park, it seemed fairly unimpressive. Almost somewhat of a letdown. But once you try to climb these dunes, you realize just how freaking big they are.
Not big, great.
Great sand dunes. I will put in a little snippet of our trip to the coral pink sand dunes in Utah to compare and contrast. Man, this is really sweet looking. Makes me feel like we are in the Gobi Desert of China. Just on the roll. You need to turn. The sand has a cool effect. It's like dominoes.
That's a good way to do it, yeah. All the way up to the peak of the dune.
Man, that's fascinating. And just like that, the dune became shorter.
This doesn't really compare to that though, because that was so tiny
And it was so hot.
and it was so hot.
It doesn't get bigger than this unless you want to go to like the Sahara Desert or Australia. I don't know. Google it if you really want to know where the biggest dunes are, but this is like number 3 or 4, I believe.
Yeah.
Here it is. The top of High Dune. We didn't realize we were going to be able to manage this.
We weren't planning on it. We were just gonna climb a dune, and then it just turned into, let's climb another dune, and let's climb another dune.
And I guess we technically don't know for sure that this is High Dune.
It seems the most popular though.
Like,
There's a
I
lot of
don't know,
people
maybe
there.
clear over there is slightly taller. But yeah, I don't know. A lot of people seem to be heading for this one.
Hard to tell.
There's this girl in like a Santa and reindeer
Outfit.
hybrid suit.
Yeah.
Talk about influencers in the wild.
More fun with the squishy sand. Going down is way more fun than going up.
Right? Okay, I think we can run down this.
That looks precarious.
Yep.
I don't know. That's a lot.
At long last, we're back to the final stretch after hiking around on the dunes, and it took us a little over 2 hours. Of course, that's with taking a little time for sledding, not going in a straight line.
Yep.
Dropping my camera in the sand like 2 dunes back and having to go back and find it again. That was exciting. You know what sounds amazing right now?
What?
Is a hot spring,
That does sound amazing.
which is totally an option around here. Make sure you read the fine print when you're looking for a hot spring, because some of them are clothing optional.
Eee.
I think we're just gonna go take
hot
a shower, yeah, where nudity is required. After having a good time at the Great Sand Dunes, we came to Crestone, Colorado, where we stayed at the Bliss Inn. That's the back side of this building. The front side is Crestone Brewing. They had really good food. And this is a funky little town. It's about an hour drive from the Great Sand Dunes, but it's just north of the Great Sand Dunes, so you kind of go around to it. And I'll show you why. It's got some weird, like, well, just unexpected, I should say, spiritual retreats Buddhist temples and things. We'll go see if we can show you a bit. Okay, we straight up found like a Buddhist retreat. Look how gloriously Asian it is. Not what you would expect in this remote corner of the San Luis Valley, Colorado. There are some massive bucks right over here. They're giving me the eye. I don't think they like my presence. Wow. Okay, well those deer are cool in and of itself, but check out this temple. There are people here. I saw somebody come outside and put down some food for the deer. So the deer must be friends of these Buddhists. Look at this. So cool. So yeah, it's just surprising in such a remote place. Because even a lot of big cities don't have temples this extensive. But there's a story to this place. I don't have the whole story, but our Airbnb host in Cortez was explaining to me that somebody who like owned this land like offered free land to religious organizations who wanted to set up a retreat. So that's how this happened. There's other things like it in the area. There's one of those bucks.
I do not want to get
Hey there,
close to
buddy.
him.
Yeah, no, it's scary.
I think they're trying to assert their dominance.
Like the winter wind that comes and goes. Ooh, winter really blows, yes it does. When you spend it alone, chills you to the bone. Snowflake, look at those snowflakes coming down. Snowflake.
You a view. Wow, you're letting me get They didn't like that. No, that's why I'm like, ooh.